This is what a packet of Parle-g looked like in 2020, and this is what it looks like today in 2025. Notice anything different? No. Well, that's exactly the point. They want you to think nothing has changed. But if you flip the packet over and zoom in, you'll notice something. The packet on the left says 76 grams, while the packet on the right says 50 grams. That's a difference of 26 grams, about 3 biscuits per packet. And we are still paying the same for less product. This isn't just happening with Parle-g. Haldiram's Aloo Bhujia went from 55 grams to 42 grams. Maggie's standard pack dropped from 80 grams to 55 grams. Even Vim's soap bar got lighter from 155 grams to 135 grams with no change in price. Surprisingly, very few Indian consumers have noticed this trend. But almost every big FMCG company in India like Hindustan Unilever, Nestle, Dabur, Coca-Cola and PepsiCo are doing this. This is called shrinkflation. Hi, this is Kunal and you are watching Insights by TBL. Shrinkflation is a sneaky form of hidden inflation. Instead of raising the price of a product, which the consumers would notice right away, companies reduce the size or quantity of the product while keeping the price the same. When you think of it, it's so easy, right? Say you're packing 100 bags of chips, you just take one chip from each of those bags, you now have 100 extra chips with you that you can now pack into 4 or 5 more bags. Just like that, out of thin air, you gain more profit. It's that simple. The total price of your product doesn't really go up, but the price per gram or milliliter actually increases. Most of the time, customers don't even notice this change. When we are out grocery shopping, we hardly ever check the price and the weight and then calculate the weight per gram of each product. It's just a big headache. We just pick up the product, see the price and put it in our cart. That's it. This trick is mostly used by food and beverage companies. It's become a common way for them to handle their own rising costs from suppliers. Now, shrinkflation is not illegal or fraudulent. Companies always mention the weight, volume or quantity on the packaging. It's not against the rules. It's just a clever way to avoid raising prices directly. Now, you might be wondering, why do companies have to do this? Why can't they just increase the prices? There are two main reasons for this. Inflation. When the cost of making product goes up because more expensive ingredients, higher energy costs or raising wages, companies face a problem. Their profits shrink. To fix this, companies have two choices. Either increase the prices, which might scare customers away, or reduce the product size, which is less noticeable. Most companies choose the second option because it's easier for customers to accept. A smaller pack feels less shocking than a higher price tag. And the second reason is competition. The FMCG space is always extremely brutal with cutthroat competition. Take a look at Lay's for example. It's been priced at 10 rupees for over 15 to 20 years. The consumers purchasing these items are extremely price sensitive. There is no brand loyalty in this space. If a new player comes tomorrow and offers a bag of chips at 5 rupees, the customers will immediately jump ship and buy that product. So it becomes extremely important for every brand in the FMCG space to maintain their prices or they'll lose their market share to their competitors. Speaking of market share, one of the biggest challenges faced by most of these businesses, which is also pretty much what we face here on a daily basis, is juggling and managing the expenses in a business. So recently, after trying multiple things, we found Odoo expenses, which I really want to share with you. Odoo is basically an all-in-one software that handles everything from point of sale to inventory management, helping you run your business smoothly. They also have this expenses app. And with this app, you'd never have to go back into your large amount of paperwork or hundreds of Excel sheets and struggle every time. You and your team can simply click photos of receipts on your phones, email them, or even manually upload it to the system. The part that we really love is how easily you can group multiple expenses. Our manager can simply approve everything with just one click or ask for further clarification through chat. And all of the reimbursements automatically sync in with the accounting system. It is so easy to handle the entire workflow from submission to approval to account integration. And as your business grows, you can add more Odoo applications to match your needs. The best part though is you can get your first Odoo app free for life with unlimited hosting and support. So if you want to check out Odoo, I'm putting the link in the description below. Definitely go check it out. But you might be thinking, customers aren't stupid. Everybody would notice that the quantity of these products are going down every year. Well, that's not really the case. These brands are really good at hiding it. It's almost like an art form at this point. Take a look at these 3 bars. Which of them has the highest quantity and which do you think has the lowest quantity? Take a guess. Well, 1 here has the highest quantity and 3 has the least quantity. A lot of the time, it's almost impossible for us to notice the difference in size unless you buy 2 products manufactured in 2 different years and compare them at the same time. But such tactics shouldn't really work. But somehow they do. It's more of a psychological trick that these brands use. Here's why it works. Our minds are hardwired in such a way that a 5 rupees increase makes us feel worse than losing 10 grams of product. It seems like we humans are generally more sensitive to price changes than quantity changes. Our brains are hardwired to be extremely risk averse. We hate losing what we have more than we hate losing something we get in return. So we tend to focus on how much we are losing by paying for an item than focusing on what we are getting in return. So shrinkflation is basically a clever way for companies to deal with rising costs without upsetting customers too much. So what does shrinkflation mean for you as a consumer? It's not just about getting less product. It's about losing your purchasing power without even realizing it. Let me explain. Every time a product gets smaller but the price stays the same, that means you are paying more for less. For example, if a biscuit packet shrinks from 100 grams to 80 grams but still costs the same, then you are losing 20% of the product's value without even noticing it. But sometimes it's not just the quantity of the product that these brands reduce. Sometimes it's the quality of the ingredients that go into making the product. Take Pringles for example. In the US and Europe, Pringles are made from corn or sunflower oil. But in India, to keep the price of their products low and remain competitive, they replace it with palm oil, which is not only much cheaper but less nutritious as well. This poses a big health risk to the consumers. This is where brands cross the line, and this is called skimpflation. Skimpflation is basically when a company reduces the quality of a product or service while keeping the price the same. This means fewer calories per packet, less of the essential nutrients you are paying for, and less value for your money overall. Interestingly, India doesn't have strict laws specially targeting shrinkflation. The Consumer Protection Act requires companies to clearly label their products, accurately declare the weight and quantity, be transparent in their packaging. And as per the recent changes in Legal Metrology Act, companies now also have to mention the price per gram or unit on the packaging. This helps us compare products more easily. But these laws don't stop companies from quietly reducing product sizes. So while they are not breaking the rules, they are still making you pay more for less. So how can we fight shrinkflation? Always check the weight or quantity, not just the price. Compare the prices per kilogram or unit across different brands. Call out shrinkflation on social media. Tag brands and ask them directly why they have reduced product size. Consider switching to alternative brands. Look for value packs or promotional offers that give you more for your money. Develop price per unit awareness. Train yourself to calculate the cost per gram or kilogram. This helps you make smarter shopping decisions. When consumers demand fairness, brands are forced to be more transparent. In countries like the United States, consumer protection agencies keep an eye on such practices. In India, we are still building similar systems. So our best weapon right now is awareness. Every time you notice shrinkflation, speak up. Share your observations, discuss them with others, and spread awareness. Brands listen when consumers raise their voices together. Remember, shrinkflation works because most of us don't pay close attention. But if we stay informed and speak out, we can create a more transparent and fair marketplace. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button and smash that subscribe button for more such content. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.